Ladies and gentlemen, my name is IndustrialFaith. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Factorio 4X, your 15-minute Factorio fix. This is Season 3, Episode 16. Now, I'm trying to measure the train carts, and I forgot to turn the train off. So the train is thinking it's on a schedule, and it left and went to the other station like it thinks it's supposed to. Now, the reason I'm doing two... And here I turn it off. The reason I'm doing 2 rows of boxes is normally you do 1 row of boxes because there's a thing called a stack size inserter bonus that you can research, and what it does is when moving from a container to a container, an inserter will pull more than one item out. And here I'm trying to figure out how to permanently stick things to my hotbar. And it's just the middle mouse button. It's kind of cool. So if you take from the rail, put it directly on a track, it's only going to take one off at a time. If you take from the rail cart to a box, you're going to get the maximum stack size. I don't know what it is right now. You just research it. But the reason I'm doing 2 boxes is because that way I'll still get the stack size inserter bonus, and it'll store ore for me. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a buffer in the station in case I need in case I need more ore. So that way, if it'll enable me to do what I need to do. Now I'm building what's called I'm rebalancing this. So this is something I saw watching Stejo do. I call it the squid. That's what I call it. And I set up like this, and I realized I don't want it like this. Because the thing is, I don't want it like that because then I can't move it around. It has that little lip thing on the end, and I don't want that lip thing on the end. Or the inputs are curved. So all I'm going to do is remove that, clear it. New blueprint, and I'll add some extra stuff. So there we go. So now I can just lay it as I need it, and bang, look at that. Blueprints are fantastic. And then I can do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again. And here I'm trying to make sure I hook everything up right. Now this can carry a ton of ore. Let's see. I believe one train with 4 cars can carry 6,000 ore. Let's see, now I built 2 balancers, and I can build 1 more if I want. And I will because I want to. So this is taking 16 lines and making it 2. And I ran out of belt. Thing is, you need, of course, every piece, or you'll end up with gaps. So, bang, there we go. How cool is that? That is so cool. I love that. And here we go. And we are hooked up. Now we just have to do the other side. The other side being the ore. And I also don't have a way to fuel the train. So right now, I'm not building mining drills. So I'm going to have to... If I recall, the best place to do... building robots. The best place to do a mining drill factory is right next to this guy right here, right next to the assembler machine. Now I never put the stuff back on the assembler machine, so there's some point in one of the future episodes I'm going to go, oh, I need some assemblers. I'm going to go to my assembler machine. I'll go to my assembler machine, and there won't be any because I didn't. If you notice, I didn't hook the assembler machine back up to the supplies. Because, yeah. He's a smart one, isn't he, Governor? Oh, the smartest. He's a powerful, towering intellect indeed. But, these things happen. So here we go. Now, what I'm going to do is I was looking, what do I have the most of? And I looked and went, petroleum gas. So I'm just going to use petroleum gas to make solid fuel, which is not something I would normally do. Petroleum gas I normally just leave for, the stuff on the line. but I don't. So instead, it's just going to be the way to, there's a buffer making 50. Here's the train. I'm just going to get it, and it just runs fine. So this is going to fill the train, and it fills pretty quick, and it'll eventually it'll fill the box. It'll have a stack, and it's a nice way of doing it. It works really well. So here I'm getting a whole bunch of miners because I need to make a ton of iron ore, or at least to get a ton of iron ore moving. And the iron deposit is actually pretty darn big. So that's me realizing I'm going to need a lot more red belts. Now, I keep building a lot of my, because I'm going to build more manufacturing stuff. It's part of what gets me in trouble later. But, but doing that will, I'm still going to use yellow belts, blue inserters, because that's all you need. So here, yeah. Now see, a lot of people say that, what was it, 262, I think is what they were saying. So 2 engines, 2 cabs, I mean, and let's see, and then 6 cars. And apparently that's a double-headed train. It's really, you don't have to worry about loops, you don't have to worry about traffic. It's just like a big worm. It goes up, it goes back. I don't see need to do that. You know what? 4 cars is actually good. 4 cars it's again, it carries 6,000 ore, and it all gets unloaded in the minute that it's at the station. So, I mean, what do I need? And it's fast enough. So here I ran out of everything that I need to make. Now, what I'm looking at is there's sort of a hitbox on the rail cars. So I want the inserters have to be pointed into the hitbox, or you're never going to get in there. So I'm planning on moving a whole bunch of stuff. And this iron facility is pretty freaking huge. This is a big giant patch of iron ore. Again, I've seen bigger, but this is still pretty darn big. And this is pretty much going to solve my woes right here. Although I think there is a point at which I don't have the train running, and I kind of forget. And I don't run out of ore, I just don't have a lot. So substations are really good for powering these things. Look at those things move. Wow. It's like a flurry. So I'm going to put more down. And this is really just, I'm set. I hate to say it. It's just, there we go. Boom, look at that. Oh. And again, train holds 1,500 pieces of ore per car. So 4 cars times 4 times 15 is 60. Make it 100. You're holding 6,000 ore. That's a pretty good boost to my throughput, and it comes by about every. Let's see. It waits at the station for about a minute. So then it comes up. So about every 2 minutes, I'm getting 6,000 ore. So again, this is my weirdo defenses where I'm gonna make a blueprint so I don't have to lay it by hand every time. But this is me trying to make the defenses. Again, and so far into the game, it's working pretty well actually. And here I'm out of. Whoop, hey, friends! The neighbors decided to come by and visit. So, okay. Let's see how fast this bad boy unloads. Look at it go! Whoosh! Oh, that glorious ore. It's quite delicious. Now, admittedly, I'm not doing anything right now, so everything's kind of backed up. I don't need all that ore. But once I start doing research and I make some more manufacturing and so forth, it's going to chew through that ore and that iron like nobody's business. But every 2 minutes, I get 6,000 ore. That's pretty good, I think. I'm gonna say it's pretty good. So at some point I'm gonna realize that I can just make a big wall over here and take it north. And I'm like, oh no, not yet. Not yet. That's right. I have to start futzing around with the coal. And that's a good time. So here I'm just kind of... this is pathetic. So here I'm trying to... Do I blueprint this one or not? I don't recall. So we're going to hop on the train. We're going to go here. We're going to rename the station so that way I know what the hell is going on. So that's what you want to do. And this will be iron drop off. Oh, unload. I call it one on the off chance that I end up building a second one. Not likely, but... So is this where I discover the assemblers aren't working? No? Still haven't figured it out? Yeah, I still haven't figured it out. Here I'm looking at a shaped compression bomb. This is part of the Landfill mod, and it enables you to... how do you put it? It enables you to build water supplies. But you have to, the bomb takes like 20 water and takes a whole bunch of stuff. And I don't really know how to set it off. But once you do, it creates a water source. So if you're out in the middle of the desert, or, well, if you're out in the middle of the desert and you're building stuff, then you can use that to, how do you put it? You can go ahead and then use that to make a water source where you don't have one. Here I'm rerouting the stone because I want to make more green circuits. And the best part about this is that I'm going to forget to rehook up the stone. And I think about an hour or two from now I come back, I'm like, where the crap is my stone? And then I look at it and go, I never turned it on again. Oh. So this is going to help chew up my copper, because that's what it does. Again, yellow inserters, perfectly fine. And for some reason, the power poles just don't work, and I'm just, something goes a little wonky, or I'm a little wonky, or I placed one wrong. I don't know. But I'm sitting there, I'm like, why does that go there? This doesn't go there. What is this doing here? So I'm playing around with power poles because I can. Oh, that looks so terrible. I think at some point I just start jamming power poles there. I'm just like, this goes here, this goes here. So, okay, so that's going to chew up my iron and my copper. And I'm going to start building, I'm going to build a dedicated blue circuit line. And this thing is going to eat so much of my resources. It's not even funny. And what I was going to do originally was going to run red and green circuits together, but then I need 20 green circuits. And I realized there's no way I can, there's no way I can combine that. But the red circuits, I require a lot less of. So I can most certainly, I can run those wherever I need to. So... And I'm just trying to set things up here. And I'm going to build a ton of these, and it's going to be... I honestly think this is kind of what's going to break my factory, is this setup right here. It's really intensive because it uses specifically... it specifically uses so much iron and copper in the form of green circuits and then red circuits. And again... Green circuits look fine because I'm really not chewing through them until I get this thing running, and then it's just going to be like this cavernous maw that just eats green circuits like candy. It's going to be frightening, actually. It is 11 o'clock at night, and I want a burger. What the hell? I'm sorry. That was just this random thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're wrapping this up. Thank you for joining me for the latest episode of Factorio 4X, your 15-minute Factorio fix. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Have a good night, and bye-bye.